MAGA, Trump loyalists, I'm just curious if you've seen Trump's latest rant post, where he came out and he called you, his most loyal supporters, weaklings and idiots, and he doesn't want your support anymore. Have you seen that? If you haven't, it's probably because you're in a Fox News bubble. But you can go and Google search this and you will find it everywhere. This is not fake news. Trump came out and he said, if you don't obey my every fucking command and drop talking about the Epstein thing, you are a bunch of insane, imbecilic weaklings, and I do not want your support anymore. Paraphrasing a little bit, not much. That's basically what he said. He called you weaklings, and he said he does not want your support anymore unless you completely stop talking about the Epstein thing. Now you are starting to understand what a dictator mentality is, because now it is affecting you. And now you are beginning to understand what it's like when Trump does not need you and he's willing to throw you under the bus just like everyone else. Trump is a petty, vindictive prick. Now, this is the kind of lesson you guys should have learned back in the day when he was doing his rallies. Maybe you remember this. Maybe you were there. Maybe it affected you. But typical of Trump, he showed himself and he showed what he really thinks about you, his followers, in this instance where he had a rally and he bussed people in. They had to park like, I don't know, a mile away. He bussed them into the rally. When the rally was over and they went to go get on the buses to go back to their cars, guess what? No fucking buses. You know why? Because he would have had to pay an extra $15,000 for those buses. And he said, fuck them. I got what I wanted out of them. They can fucking walk for 2 miles back to their car or whatever it was. That shows you his fucking mentality. It showed you his mentality back then, and you still fucking supported him. And now it's getting even more extreme where he's basically saying, fuck my supporters. I don't give 1/5 of a half-eaten shit about them. I do not need them anymore. And if they don't follow my every fucking command on this Epstein list thing, then I want them to go away. I don't want them in my cult anymore. When you hear that, MAGA, what is your reaction? What do you think? What are you going to say about this? Trump coming out and saying, look, you're a bunch of fucking weaklings and I hate you unless you stop talking about the Epstein thing, the thing that I promised that I would deliver to you. And now I am reversing myself. I want you to stop talking about it. And if you don't stop talking about it, I will call you a weakling and I will tell you you're out of the cult. What do you think? I want to hear this. And for those of you that are not MAGA and you know a MAGA, send them this video and see what their reaction is. I'm just curious AF.
I voted for Donald Trump to piss off the liberals. It was hilarious. But this bill they're trying to pass will take away my Medicaid. I have type 2 diabetes with a diabetic retinopathy. If I can't afford my medicine, I will lose my vision. I'm scared. I'm in tears and need urgent help. Too bad you're gonna lose your eyesight, buddy, because you won't be able to see just how owned all these liberals are. I mean, you're getting what you voted for. Even seeing all these liberals angry and upset, you should be ecstatic. What's there to be scared of? I mean, all the people that you don't like are gonna be suffering. So who cares if you're suffering too? Posts like this are gonna be a lot more common in the coming weeks, months, even years. But when that time comes and these people are crying and groveling for help and wondering why this happens, be sure to make them feel the full weight of this decision that they made in voting for Trump and remind them of every single thing that they did and supported that brought us to this moment. Racism has a cost, and unfortunately for MAGA, it's way higher than any of them could ever.
The FAFO moments continue for Trump supporters. Meet a Canadian Trump supporter named Chris Landry. He's lived in New Hampshire since he was 3 years old, and he had a green card since 1981. While vacationing in Canada with his 3 children, he tried to return to the United States, and he was stopped at the border. They questioned him over several misdemeanors that he had, one dating back to 2004. He was held in detention for 3 hours before immigration told him he could not come into the United States and to not come back or he would be detained. This Trump supporter is now stuck in New Brunswick, having to hire an immigration lawyer to fight to get back into the country that he's lived in since he was 3. The State Department commented that a green card is not a right, it is a privilege. This is what this Trump supporter had to say in his own words after this situation.
I was definitely, all for Make America Great Again. Now I feel a little differently.
FAFO.
So how are you handling it? When you are pro-blue, you definitely voted for her, but the friend group is kind of eerily silent when everything is going on, and it's just, before it would work, right? Don't talk politics, just kind of leave it out the forefront of conversations. But what are y'all doing now? Because I am struggling with, do I have that conversation? Do I even share my frustration with the situations when they are so heavily trying to be? Let me know. How are you handling it? And how are you handling it if you're on the other side? If you are completely pro-dumpy, you are pro all of it, and you have Latino friends who are feeling really sad about the situation, how are you handling it with your friend group? I would love to know this. I'm just interested.
This is to my Latino community and to my Latino community only. If you're not in the Latino community, you can stay and watch, but if you're not, I need to reach you. Living in the US and you identify as Latino or Hispanic, come to the front. Back in 2020, the summer of 2020, during Black Lives Matter, I remember several creators, either written pieces or videos, telling us, if you cannot stand by Black women right here, right now, especially when they were talking about Breonna Taylor, if you cannot stand by Black women right here, right now, and stand up with us, for us, by us, you're next. Because we are the threshold. We are where they're going to see how far they can push those limits. They always have, they always will. So unless you get by us, stand with us, support us, be a true ally, you are always at risk. And I never really understood that until so many of these creators had talked about it during the summer of 2020. It's now the summer of 2025, and we've seen what the last 6 months have shown us. So many in our Latin community, and I won't even say my age group so much, but especially the generations before us, that came to the US, have this idea that the closer I am to whiteness, the closer that I emanate what the white man does, following the American dream, which is the American white dream. Let's just put it black and white right there. The better I'm off. And I don't think we've learned that lesson yet. I have. I don't know about y'all. We haven't. The lesson is, unless we can wholeheartedly, no bullshit, give in and truly become allies and listen to Black women, the 92% that have shown us, and support, letting go of our racist, racial differences, right? We're going to realize how much closer we are. And I don't think I need to elaborate further than that, because if you can't understand that, you're not understanding that so much of the problems that we have in our community and us now being the targets is because we allowed and did not support and did not wholeheartedly all in hold hands with Black women when they said, stand with me. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, because I remember in summer of 2020, so many people saying, well, that's not really my fight. You know, it's the Black Lives Matter. It's them. It's not, it doesn't affect us Latinos. And so many people were so naive to that. And I literally had arguments with people about this. I'm like, no, it is our fight, because Black women, especially, they are the threshold, the bar that the American government, that white patriarchy tries to see how far can we push it. How far can we push with violence, with injustice, with discrimination, with abuse? Oh, okay, the society's allowing this much. This is how much we're going to do it. And we still haven't realized that. We still haven't supported, realized it, and acted on that. And that's one of our biggest downfalls right now. The level of trauma, fear, abuse, and just complete and utter inhumane disgust, injustice that's happening in our community right now. That bar, that threshold that it's at right now, it's because they got away with it with Black women. And us as a society, us as Latinos, as a collective, we didn't stop them. So when it's coming on to us now, it's so much with our community. It's sad, but it's like, until we can unite, until we can see that the injustice and stand up for what happens in the Black community has a direct correlation to us, we're never going to be free.
I was watching a video of a girl today, and she was talking about how she was talking to a Hispanic girl, and the girl told her, I don't feel bad for people who are getting deported because my mom came here the right way, so whatever. And that's how we got here to where we are now. To those of you in my previous video talking about, talk to your community, We are. Those of us, the 51% who voted blue, we're talking to our community. And trust me, we are holding people accountable. These content creators or influencers or whatever who are not taking the time right now to speak up and are Hispanic and have a little Mexican flag or whatever on their bio, we're calling them out, because how dare you vote against your people? So trust me when I say we're mad too. We're mad too, and it's even worse. You guys stuck together. The Black community stuck together. We have a bunch of people who just do not make sense and voted against their own people, and that makes us very upset. So don't you worry. We are holding our people accountable. But at this point, I just feel like, I guess I'll go protest. I guess I'll go boycott. Like, now we're here, and I'm not going to leave my people high and dry. So here we are.